Reggie Theus making his way down through the crowd. The locker rooms are on the upper level here in Las Cruces. You can take the elevator, or if they're chanting your name, you choose to walk through the crowd. Theus' club with the lead at halftime here as championship week. Presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, rolls on 10-point lead. And last night against Nevada, Utah State had 6 turnovers in the entire game, 7 in the first half.
That coupled with 9 offensive rebounds got them this cushion. If Utah State can take care of the ball like they did last night, get J.C. Carroll involved, we could see a close game down the stretch.
And get J.C. Carroll some shots early. He was 3 for 8 in the first half as we check our Guinness first half stats. Brilliant shooting for New Mexico State, 16 of 37. At least at times they started red hot and they controlled the glass. Last night in the semifinal game against Boise, they had 15 offensive rebounds, and you mentioned the work they did already at that end here. Utah State in the blue, New Mexico State in the white. There's the 8th turnover of the game for Utah State.
Carroll appeared to be making a pass, and Edey got his hand up. When your leading scorer goes up, it might be better just to let it fly.
Edey had it stripped away at first, got it up on the glass, but no, and here comes Clark. Pulls up a little bit strong. Chris Clark off the heel. Nelson and Spicer. So Utah State with a couple of loose balls here on the first, actually the second possession. They threw it away on the first. Quick 3. Probably not the shot that Stu Morrill really wanted. Chad Spicer with the miss, and New Mexico State content to walk it up.
New Mexico State is going to continue to go to Justin Hawkins. 14 points in the first half, and he got on the break. He got in the half-court set. He hit a couple jumpers. Really just got anything that he wanted, and they should go back to their leading scorer.
They leave Edey alone, and he fires it down low to Tyrone Nelson, the junior, with the bucket, and an easy one at that. It's a 12-point lead.
Well, that's unacceptable if you're Stu Morrill for Utah State. His ball club, no defensive communication.
Hawkins the steal and the dunk.
Ooh, Justin Hawkins caught. That went back from Albuquerque and brought it home. I didn't know he had hops like that, team.
16 in the game. He's got a little bit of everything out here. He's 6'7", though. You think about that next level, maybe an in-between player, but been very good for Reggie Theus. What a lackadaisical start to the second half for Utah State.
Especially with what's at stake for both teams. You're trying to punch your ticket to the dance. You got to play like your life depends on it, and it literally does.
Spicer off the glass and in, so the lead's back to 12. Utah State, we mentioned they've been to the last few NCAA tournaments. New Mexico State hadn't been there since 1999. The winner heads to the dance.
Good double team right there to get the ball out of Ingram's hands.
Made that, forget it. Edey, the whistle, and the foul. Count the bucket. Steven Ducharme picked up the foul.
Watch Hawkins right here. We're talking about the nonchalant play. Clark has done that throughout this evening. And look at it. Right back on the dunk. And then Martin Edey on the other end just gets manly in the paint. Yeah, I'm a man among boys right now.
Edey, their leading shot blocker, has got 38 on the year. 4 different games where he had 3 or more. Look at Nelson, no chance on the Hail Mary, and then Edey on the foul. So Ducharme picks up the foul. That's the first team foul in second.
Martin Edey said, that's how we do it down under. Saying he's from Sydney, Australia.
Is that how they say it?
No, I was trying to get it. I was trying to get the Foster's beard thing. I can't. My son can do it very well. I can't do it, though.
The lead is 40, as they say, down under.
There you go, T. I like that.
Ian Baker Finch taught me all the Australian I need to know. Here's Clark, works around the Ducharme screen.
Now you see the athleticism defensively really causing Utah State some problems.
Peterson hit a couple of those in the first half. Darrell Peterson, a natural 2-guard, has had to play some point guard as well. Playing the 3 spot most of the time for Stu Morrill. You have Clark and Carroll as the starting guards. And you wonder when they are going to start to involve J.C. Carroll in that offense.
Oh, good help side defense that time by Peterson.
The Aggies out and running. Oh, great look from Clark to Ducharme. It all opened up once they had the spacing.
And Clark, I thought he missed J.C. Carroll. He had Carroll open in the wing, but made a better decision for a sure deuce.
Ducharme in double figures, and the lead under double figures now. Ingram brings rain and then some. and he always has a reaction one way or another.
Elijah Ingram, I thought that was one of those no, great shot, Elijah. Because I didn't even think that thing was going to hit the rim.
I think it was going to come down. J.C. Carroll, they're waiting for that man to heat up. And Reggie Theus can't believe it. Look at Stu Morrill talking about the defensive end, yelling at his squad. Reggie was doing the same thing to Ted Nauber, saying, you can't let that guy get a shot like that.
And Ted Nauber had something to say to that. And he's better off just shaking his head and trying to do better next time.
Edey, as Carroll picked his pocket from behind, knocked him out. The Ingram 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's called hang time. That's an NFL punt. Yeah, Reggie loves it. It was not an easygoing timeout for Reggie Theus. He was out yelling at officials, yelling at his players. Stu Morrill at the other end, unfolding towels. He's collected. What? Not anymore. Wiping the brow right now, the sweat. But they're getting back into this because of the small things they're doing.
Help side rotation defensively. Here's Mark Edey for New Mexico State. Here's Darrell Peterson for Utah State. Go ahead and roll it. And then Edey's going to cut to the hole off the double team, and look at Peterson stand strong and tall right there to come up with the turnover. And that's the type of defensive intensity Utah State's going to have to get back in this game.
Reggie was upset about there not being a foul called on the last possession. There haven't been many fouls in this game. Just 5 on Utah State, 6 on New Mexico State. And as I say that, the whistle and a foul.
Oh, they got Edey over the back on the foul. Very good defense that time. First off by Stephen Ducharme to not foul Nelson on the drive. That was a difficult shot Nelson put up, and good job of not fouling.
So Utah State down just 9, and J.C. Carroll just hit one. You get the sense that he's about ready to explode a little bit. He's in double figures. He's got 10. But Hawkins doing a great job on him, keeping him from getting the basketball. And a walking violation by Peterson gives it back to New Mexico State. Another reminder about Championship Week presented by Dick's Sporting Goods and the championship games in the ACC. NC State taking on North Carolina and Texas and Kansas in the Phillips 66 Big 12 championship game. Carolina had won an ACC title in the last. Can all do.
I agree. And really talking about Carolina, Tyler Hansborough's made a pretty good adjustment under the circumstances to that mask with that broken nose, and still playing extremely hard and propelling the Tar Heels.
Timeout, New Mexico State. So Theus will talk things over, so will Stan Morrill. Actually not happy right now. New Mexico State with a 9-point lead at home in the championship game of the Western Athletic Conference for the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Nevada has already lost, so they're already going. The other one-bid conferences, we were there in Dayton to see Wright State beat Butler, and then GW and Xavier. So other teams in major conferences obviously paying close attention to those.
Well, they don't call them party crashers. They call them party killers, because they're going to put the lights out for some of these larger schools that are on the bubble.
Hawkins with the shot clock running out, and they get another try. Nelson underneath, the offensive rebound. That's what they do very well. They did it last night, and they're doing it here.
And that just kills you if you're Stu Morrill and you're trying to get back in this game. You can't allow an offensive putback at point-blank range by Nelson.